Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about the apple perfumes that I have in my collection. So I don't have a ton of perfumes with an apple note, but I do have 5 here that I really love and I thought I would share with you. So let's go ahead and start out with one that I've been talking about a ton on my channel recently, and that is Sosa Arabian Casablanca. So to me, this is beautiful caramel apple and oud. It's smooth, it's sweet, it's caramely, and definitely very appley. The apple note in this is super prominent to my nose, and so I couldn't have an apple list without putting this in there because this is very appley, if that's a word. Okay, so this is apple, grape, patchouli, iris, white woods, musk, amber, caramel, suede, and Peru balsam. I always want to say Peru, but I think it's just Peru. Peru balsam. Beautiful apple fragrance. I love it. This is like a cozy apple fragrance. This is perfect for fall and winter, though I think it could easily be worn year round. But yeah, definitely a beautiful apple fragrance. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is one of my favorite perfumes. This should have been in my staple video because I love this perfume so much. This is Lanvin Modern Princess. So this is gorgeous. This is the eau de parfum, and this is a stunning perfume. This has the most beautiful apple note in it. The apple note is the most prominent note in this, and for being like a fresh apple type fragrance, it lasts absolutely forever on the skin, and I love it. So this is Pink Lady Apple, Red Currant, Jasmine, Freesia, White Musk, Blonde Woods, and Vanilla Orchid. This can be found very inexpensively on FragranceNet or Fragrance X. I think I picked my bottle up for less than $20, and this is a stunner. I absolutely love this. This is like a hidden gem in my collection, and it's just beautiful. Okay, the next one I have to talk about is Golden Delicious by DKNY. So this is a flanker to the original Be Delicious. The only thing, I love how this little bottle looks, but it's such a pain to get the lid off because the top of the apple is actually the lid. It's like a little half moon. Oh my gosh, I love this so much though. I love this so much better than the original Be Delicious. This is probably my favorite perfume that I've ever smelled in this Be Delicious line, and I've smelled a ton, and trust me, there are a million of them on the market. But this one is so stunning. I just have a little half-ounce bottle, but it's so good. So this is Golden Delicious Apple, Orange Blossom, Mirabelle Plum, White Rose, Casablanca Lilies, Lily of the Valley, Vanilla Orchid, Musk, Sandalwood, and Teak. And that is one thing that I found when I was going through the notes of all of these perfumes, is that apple is often paired with Lily of the Valley and Vanilla Orchid. Those are 2 notes that often accompany apple in perfume, and this is definitely one of those perfumes that have those notes. I adore this fragrance. This is warm and cozy. It's beautiful. I wear this a lot in the fall, but this again could be worn any time of year. It's just stunning. Love it. Okay. The next one I have to talk about is another one it can be found relatively inexpensively. It is a Victoria's Secret fragrance, and that is Oh So Sexy by Victoria's Secret. This is also the eau de parfum. I believe they have an eau de toilette version of this. Oh my gosh, there is something though about this that is so good. So this is Pink Lady Apple and Chantilly Cream. Those are the 2 main notes in this. And this is the creamiest, most delicious apple fragrance I have ever smelled in my life. The notes on Fragrantica don't matter, and I remember it has Chantilly Cream, and I remember the Pink Lady Apple from when I purchased it. I think I purchased it on the Victoria website during a semi-annual sale, and I do remember those 2 notes from their website, but on Fragrantica it just says fruits, apple, vanilla, and whipped cream. Now, like I say, I know that it's Pink Lady Apple, and I do know that it's Chantilly Cream. Oh gosh, and there's something so stunning about this fragrance. If you only had one apple fragrance in your entire collection, I would say this one probably, because there's something so good about it. Okay, and then I saved the pillar of all apple fragrances for last, and that is DKNY Be Delicious. So I keep this in my collection. I wear it every once in a while. You can see I have worn some of this, but I keep this in my collection mostly for nostalgic reasons. I remember when this came out, my mom and I were going up to this really like bougie mall in Charlotte a lot at that time, and because that's the only place that we could find a Sephora, we live in the middle of nowhere, so at the time that we had to go to Charlotte to find a Sephora, and I remember that bougie mall, it had like a Louis Vuitton in it, and like it was super bougie, and the entire mall smelled like Be Delicious because this perfume had just been released. Every department store was spraying it everywhere. Sephora was spraying it everywhere. Like everywhere you walk through the mall, this was wafting out of all of the stores. And I never bought it back then because it was, to me back then, it was so strong and sickening, and probably because the original formulation of this was probably an absolute beast. I don't know, because like I say, I never purchased it back then, but I just remember it being so overwhelming and sickeningly sweet that it was not something I could wear. Plus, I think that was back when I was wearing Stella, possibly. But anyways, this is an iconic fragrance. It's beautiful. It's apple, but gosh, I love this now. This is Green Notes, Violet Leaf, Apple, Grapefruit, Magnolia, Tuberose, Lily of the Valley, Rose Violet, Rose, Violet, Sandalwood, Amber, and Musk. And like I say, this is like the pillar apple fragrance of like all apple fragrances. It's just really, really beautiful. So again, I'm going to show you, even though I'm wearing the same thing and the same makeup as I wore in my last video, I'm going to show you what I have on my eyes, just in case you didn't catch my last video. And I'm going to start doing this in every video, I think, from here on out, because I get so many questions about what I'm wearing on my eyes, and I feel bad if I can't remember, or if oftentimes I just don't get back to people. So I will just put it in the end of the video every single time, and then you will know. I am wearing the Makeup Revolution Ultra Eye Contour Light and Shade. I use this for the mattes, mostly the neutral section. I did use the dark brown from the warm section. And then I also used the Foil Frenzy palette from Makeup Revolution as well. I used, let's see, this kind of dark bronzy shade, as well as this on the lid and this in the corner. So this is a weird palette. It's powder, but it behaves like a cream. Like it's got so much silicone or something in it that it actually behaves like a cream. So it's quite hard to work with, I will tell you that. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.